Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to PopTok podcast. I'm Farah, and along with me is the beautiful Isha.
Hey everybody.
So before we get started, it has been a while, by the way. So before we get started, I just wanted to say we've made some changes with the podcast. Well, not we, I, in particular, my name. So originally, when I would introduce myself in the podcast, I would say Farah. But over this time, I have been kind of self-reflecting, and I am introducing myself as Farah now. So whoever's listening to this, hi, I'm Farah, not Farah, and it's nice to meet you.
I love that, and we are here for it. I think anybody who knows us, it's always been really hard for me to call you Farah. It never felt right to me, so it's very interesting that now you've changed it to Farah, and whatever makes you feel comfortable, we're here for it.
Thank you. So the thing is, I never really paid attention to my name, and growing up in a way, living in an English country and then moving over to Portugal, I kind of wanted to keep that English side of me with me, which is the reason why I would always introduce myself as Farah. My family, however, calls me Farah, literally everyone. And my close friends back in high school, etc., would also call me Farah. It just happened over the past few years. But then I started to hear people call me Farah without me even saying anything. And that kind of hit home. So I thought, you know what? I apologize to everyone that calls me Farah, but I do really love the feeling of having Farah as my name. So hence the reason why I was like, it's time to go back to my roots.
Definitely. And, growing up South Asian, I think everybody can relate to this whole name debacle, because it's always like an anglicized version of your name versus the real version of your name. And what do you keep? How do other people pronounce it? It's just, I think every South Asian kid can really relate to this. And I have my own versions of it. I mean, I used to go by, my name is, technically it's Isha, but it's been Indian-sized so much that like people refer to me as Isha. So everybody around me calls me Isha, which is just what I'm used to. And it wasn't until I started my new job a few months ago where they asked me, how do we pronounce your name? And I wanted them to say Isha because it's the right way, but then initially it was so weird for me to get used to it because I was so used to people calling me Isha, and I was just like, this is so odd. But I think it's really nice when people make an effort to say your name, and I think it's up to us to just kindly correct them and go along with what we would like, how we would like our names to be pronounced. So,
it's true. Wait, before we move on though, do you want me to call you Isha or Isha?
You can call me whatever you want, though I'm totally fine with that. The only thing that irks me is when people call me Aisha.
I was actually thinking that in my head. I'm like, have people called you Aisha by any chance?
Starbucks all the time. And I'm just like, but then I don't want them to mess up my drink, so I don't correct them.
Aisha, here's your tall chai latte. Am I saying that correctly?
Chai tea latte?
Chai tea latte. I don't go to Starbucks.
That's not what I drink, but sure.
But yeah, okay. So it has been a while since we last had this podcast, and it's been a while since I've spoken to you. So how are things going?
Things have been good. I'm glad that the weather's finally getting better. I mean, here in Ontario, we are in probably the strictest and strangest lockdown in the entire world, but just trying to make the most of it. I've been trying to spend a bunch of time outdoors. I don't know if you can tell that I've tanned a little. I'm very excited about that.
I can see it.
Finally settled into my new role at work, and I'm feeling good about it.
That is amazing. And speaking of amazing weathers, if you are watching this on video, this is the reason why I'm wearing a tank top. It is extremely hot. AC is on in our house, but I still need some coolness coming through. Okay. Moving on. Well, I guess for me, okay, I'll say it. So I actually finished with school a few weeks ago. So I took a post-grad program at Humber College in Toronto for radio and media production, and I finally finished that. I also had an internship, which I finally completed, and it was busy. It was so busy. I had so much fun connecting with so many people. And there was one guest that came on the show that I was interning for that I want on this show. He plays the role, I think you might have seen him on TikTok. He plays the role of Justin Trudeau.
Oh my God, I love that guy.
I want him on the show so bad. So I am going to send him an email. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we will have him at some point on the show. But so I didn't get to talk to him personally, but I heard him on the radio and I was just like, I love his personality so much. I was going to say right now, he's my crush of the week, but he actually isn't. So, but he's there. He is there. Aside from that, I've finished everything. I've been relaxing in a way while trying to relax. And I ordered some paintings of One Direction about a month or two that I saw on TikTok, by the way. I ordered it and I finally got it. I haven't opened it up yet, or else I would have showed you. There are 5 canvases, I believe, each for each one of the members. So it's not one, it's 5 different ones. And it's a painting with numbers sort of a thing. So I am super excited to start on that, hopefully this weekend.
I love that. That is so exciting.
It is. And hopefully relaxing too, because I need to let out all that's in my head and just go on a detox. A complete detox.
I feel you, girl. Whatever it takes to get there.
Exactly. And so, since I've been talking about TikTok a lot, and you finally joined and created a video on TikTok, Isha, welcome to the club. Welcome to the dark side. How are you liking it so far?
Okay, so my experience with TikTok, I will tell you, I was one of the people who were so anti-TikTok. I used to think it was the weirdest app ever, and how the turntables, Michael Scott voice, I cannot put my phone down. I could be like waiting on my staircase watching TikTok. I'll be in bed till 3 a.m. watching TikTok. This is a dangerous app, people. It is so addictive. I'm shook. Like the amount of time that I've spent on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, even YouTube now has shrunk down so much because literally any free time I get, I'm like, let me watch a TikTok. So
I am literally...
And I blame you, Farah.
I'm sorry.
It all started when we had to interview our first guest for the show, and me being a good journalist, I had to do my research, and so I couldn't watch his videos unless I had a TikTok account. So I joined, and then after that, it just one thing led to another, and I just started watching a bunch of videos. And just about a week ago, I started making a few videos. They are private for friends only, but you're getting there, which is a start. I have to say, though, I was literally nodding and laughing while you were saying all of this because I agree with you. This app is extremely dangerous and addicting to the point where I would rather choose to watch TikTok for hours over a 20-minute show that I usually watch, a weekly 20-minute series. And it's hard to disconnect from the app now. I know, it's so addictive. There's just so much out there. It's just endless.
So since you are getting started on making TikToks, I thought, and you had a couple of questions that you did message me, I thought, why not turn this into an actual episode of a TikTok 101? So ask me away with any questions. And I'm going to say this in clear. I'm no social media expert. I'm no TikTok expert, but I've been on the app for almost or over a year now, and I've been creating content. I'm not TikTok famous by any means. So I just make it for fun, but I've been testing the waters and seeing how things are going. So any questions you have, ask me. I will even show it to you if needed on my phone right over here.
Okay. Well, firstly, so let's say you want to use, how do you create your own sound on TikTok?
Your own sound. So what you could do is, do you mean by lip singing, like a song or? Yeah,
a song or like a quote, like, I don't know, if I want to do a Michael Scott impression, for example, how do I find that sound and create my own sound if it's not?
So here's what you do. There are a few different things. What I've learned first is what you can do is you can either go directly to YouTube, screen record that quote that you want or the lyrics that you want. And then from there, you create a TikTok, but privatize it. So then it will be an original sound. It'll show up as original, but then that way, once it's privatized, no one will see that actual sound. You can use that. And then from then on, other people can start using it as well. So that's one way. The other way is if there are sounds available on the app itself, you just have to go to the search bar menu. And from there on, type in exactly what you're looking for. And you hit the sound option. So don't go to videos, don't go to the top options. You click sounds, and then from there you can just test and listen to see if one of them is available from there. And if you want to get more creative and if you want to do remix for music, what you can do is obviously go outside of the platform, go onto whatever app you use or software you use to edit sounds, create it, bring that to TikTok and create your own video version out of it, or even just use images and whatnot, make it public. So then that way other people who may see it on your For You page will want to use that remixed version and have that available to them.
Interesting. Okay. And now if you want to use okay, so today I made this video, which I will show you guys, even though it's private, but I will do it.
Okay. We love you, Isha.
So when I first started recording it, the clown face didn't come right away. I had to click it for it to appear on my face. And then when I was trying to adjust the video, I wanted to cut out the beginning where the clown face wasn't there. But I found that the ending of the sound got a little cut off too.
Okay.
So how do you do that?
Okay. So for starters, when you are editing the video, from what I've seen, in order to adjust the clips, you kind of have to do it in turns. So say, for example, this is why I use a timer. So then that way, have you tried the timer option out yet or no?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So before we get to that, I do want to know what is written on the text of the video that you showed me with your clown expression of you.
It says, when your job is an escape from your life.
That is extremely relatable in so many ways. I'm not going to ask why because, again, it is something that every single person can relate to. But now going back to this, the timer. So when you go into creating a video, so say, for example, you are making a new video. I'll open the app too right now.
I'm going to do that right now.
So I am going to look for a random effect. I am not going to choose the clown one because I don't think I have it available. Oh, I have it here. Found him.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. So what you do is, my phone is over here, by the way. I don't know if it's on camera. Yeah, it is on camera. So my phone is over here and I'm going to have it facing me. So then that way we can actually do it. But for the timer, if you look on the right corner and you check all the way at the bottom, you'll see timer and then you'll see 3. So you click that.
Okay.
And then that way it'll start after 3 seconds once you hit start countdown. If you want to do it at any second, like any other second, so say for example, you want to stop at 4 seconds rather than just 15.
And then it just keeps going, right?
Yes. So it'll stop at that point, but you have to click the timer again and again for each section.
I see. Okay. Wow. That makes a lot of sense.
That sound is annoying and funny at the same time.
It is. I agree. I love it though.
I love it. I've been trying to avoid it just because I have other songs stuck in my head. Right now at the moment, it's Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. I have not listened to the actual...
How does that go? Good For You?
It reminds me of a Paramore song, and I've seen people do a remix of Paramore's song Misery Business, either Misery or Misery Business. To me, when I first heard it, it sounded like Taylor Swift. I'm going to play a little bit of it just because, hopefully for legal reasons, I will not get into trouble, but I'm going to play a little bit of it. Good For You.
We will just edit that part out.
We will. I mean, if they take it down, they take it down, but at least... So this is the song. Wait.